Be me, Chris, 30-year-old IT consultant. Sitting in Dr. Rachel's therapy office for my 5th session, trying to explain why I can't sleep at night. My girlfriend Jennifer is 8 months pregnant, due in 2 weeks, and I've been having full-blown panic attacks because the math doesn't add up. We met July last year through mutual friends. First 3 months were solid. Jennifer was funny, spontaneous. She'd text me random facts about space at 2 a.m., made terrible puns that somehow made me laugh. The first time she stayed over, she made pancakes and sang off-key to 80s songs. I thought I'd found someone real, someone different from the girls who played games. Then September through November, Jennifer went cold. Cancelled dates, took hours to text back, always busy with work. My buddy Brad kept saying, "She's just not that into you, bro." Then November hits. I get promoted to senior IT consultant, 40% raise to $95,000. Suddenly, Jennifer's all in. Texting constantly, wanting to see me every day, talking about our future together. December 1st, I leave for a 3.5-week client project in Austin. Only came home for Christmas, December 23rd through 26th. We had sex once on Christmas Eve, but something felt off. Jennifer seemed distracted, mechanical about it, almost like she was forcing herself through it. I flew back to Austin December 26th, didn't return until January 18th. February 14th, Valentine's Day, Jennifer announces she's pregnant, says she's 6 weeks along. I did the math immediately. 6 weeks back from mid-February puts conception around New Year's when I was in Austin, but I pushed it down, told myself I was being paranoid like my dad. Now she's 8 months pregnant and I can't stop running the numbers. The timeline doesn't work, I tell Dr. Rachel. If she's due September 24th and it's a full-term pregnancy, conception was mid-December. I was in Texas for 3 weeks. We only had sex once when I came home for Christmas. Dr. Rachel's whole body language changes. Arms cross, jaw tightens. "Chris, I need to stop you right there." Her voice has that controlled therapy tone. "Do you understand what you're implying about your girlfriend?" "I just want to know." "You're essentially accusing her of infidelity based on your amateur math. Women have irregular cycles. Conception dating isn't exact science." I try to explain further, but she cuts me off. This kind of thinking is incredibly harmful. What you're describing is a control pattern. You're looking for reasons not to trust her. But the timeline is an excuse. What you're really expressing is deep-seated insecurity and fear of commitment. She leans forward. "Let me be very clear. Demanding a paternity test is a form of violence against women. It communicates that you view her as a liar, as someone capable of deceiving you about the most fundamental thing." My stomach drops. "I just need to know for sure." "Why?" "Because you don't trust her. That's the foundation of your relationship." I explained that my parents divorced when I was 12. Dad found out, Mom cheated with a coworker, watched him spiral into bitterness. I swore I'd never be that guy. The jealous, suspicious husband. Dr. Rachel pounces. "Exactly. You're repeating your father's patterns. This is about your trauma, not Jennifer." But I bring up my sister Caroline, she's an ICU nurse, pulled me aside at the baby shower. "Chris, are you sure about the timeline?" My boys Peter and Mike have been saying, "Just get the test. What's the harm?" Dr. Rachel's voice hardens. "Your friends and family are poisoning your mind. This is toxic masculinity at work. If you go to Jennifer with this demand, you will destroy your marriage before it's even started properly." She pauses. "Frankly, if you pursue this path, I'll have to reconsider whether I can ethically continue treating you. I can't be party to emotional abuse." I leave feeling worse than when I came in, but something about her reaction felt wrong. Too defensive, too absolute. I sit in my car, hands shaking, and text my boys, "Emergency. Need to talk. Tonight?" The pregnancy announcement happened February 14th. Valentine's Day. Jennifer made dinner. Had a card waiting. I'm pregnant. We're going to be parents. I was shocked, but tried to be happy. Then immediately she said, we should get married. Soon? For the baby. For insurance through your job. I hesitated. Don't we want to plan something? Tell our families first? Chris, I'm pregnant. We don't have time for a big wedding. Let's just go to the courthouse. Make it official. Do right by our child. Something felt rushed, but I also felt this crushing obligation. My dad abandoned his responsibilities. I wasn't going to be that guy. March 15th, we went to the courthouse. Peter and Mike tried to talk me out of it. Bro, this is way too fast. You've only been together 8 months. But I signed the papers. Jennifer seemed so happy, so relieved. Now it's September and I'm drowning in doubt. I wake up to printer sounds. Jennifer's in the living room filling out birth certificate paperwork. My name is already written in the father's name field in her handwriting. Babe, I'm getting this ready. Hospital will need it right after delivery. Don't we fill that out at the hospital? She gets immediately irritated. It's faster if it's already done. Why are you questioning everything? Can we just wait until... Until what, Chris? The baby's coming in 10 days. After she showers, I pull up my credit card statements. November. Right when I got promoted, Jennifer suddenly wanted to go out constantly. Dinner at nice restaurants, $180. Weekend trip, she suggested, $650. Before the promotion, she always wanted to split 50-50. After? You make more. It's fair if you cover more. I open my notes app where I've been tracking the timeline, December 1st to 22nd. Austin, December 24th. Had sex once. Jennifer seemed off. Kept her eyes closed the whole time. December 26th. Flew back to Austin. February 14th. I'm pregnant. 6 weeks along. 6 weeks back from February 14th is around January 1st, when I was in Austin. At my next therapy session, I bring up the birth certificate pressure and the financial pattern. Dr. Rachel immediately tenses. You're exhibiting financial abuse patterns. How is that financial abuse? You're tracking her spending, scrutinizing how money is used. That's controlling behavior. I'm looking at my credit card because she asks me to pay for everything now. She's pregnant. She's in a vulnerable position. The threat of economic withdrawal is abuse. I feel my phone in my jacket pocket. Casually adjust position, tap it through the fabric. Voice recording starts. Dr. Rachel leans forward. Let me be very direct. If you demand a paternity test from Jennifer, you are telling her you think she's a liar and a cheater. That is emotional abuse. Real men step up. Biology is secondary to commitment. You're saying wanting to know if I'm the biological father is abuse? I'm saying if you escalate this, you'll still be paying child support anyway. The courts don't look kindly on men who abandon pregnant women. You need to sign that birth certificate and be the man she needs. I let the session run another 15 minutes. She doubles down repeatedly. I end the session and stop recording. 38 minutes captured. That night at the bar, I play the recording for Peter, Mike, and Brad. Peter's a lawyer. Holy shit, she just threatened you. That's not therapy, that's advocacy. Mike's an engineer. Play the part about child support again. I replay it. She's already decided you are the father. She's not entertaining any other possibility. Brad, who initially sided with Jennifer. Okay, I was wrong. Something's seriously off. Peter pulls out his laptop. Child support calculator for this state. Punches in my $95,000 income. You'd be paying $1,150 to $1,250 per month. That's $248,400 over 18 years. Add extras, birthdays, holidays, medical. You're looking at $350,000 minimum. Mike opens his phone and creates a timeline. Baby due September 24th. Full-term pregnancy, 40 weeks. Conception window, December 16th to 22nd. My location, December 16th to 22nd. Austin, Texas. Sex on December 24th. Baby would be due September 15th, 9 days early. Jennifer's claim? 6 weeks pregnant. February 14th equals conception January 1st to 3rd. My location January 1st to 3rd. Austin, Texas. Dude, Mike says, the math doesn't work at all. Peter gets serious. Here's what you do. Do not sign that birth certificate. When the baby's born, they'll pressure you. You say, I want to wait until we're home and settled. You don't mention the test? What if she won't let me leave without signing? She can't force you. No signature. You're not legally the father. Once it's signed, you're locked in, even if a test proves it's not yours. September 26th, 2 a.m. Jennifer goes into labor. 14 hours later, baby boy is born. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. Healthy. Nurse places him in Jennifer's arms. Oliver, our Oliver. She looks at me. Don't you want to hold your son? I take the baby. For 90 seconds, I let myself feel it. The weight, the warmth, the possibility. What if this is mine? But he has darker hair than both of us, different eye shape, and the timeline still doesn't work. I hand him back. I need some air. In the hallway, I lean against the wall and just breathe. Part of me wanted that baby to be mine. Wanted the life Jennifer promised, the family, the future, all of it. But I couldn't ignore the numbers, the timeline, the gut feeling that's been eating at me for months. I feel like I'm drowning. In the hallway, I call Caroline. She's on shift at the ICU. Hey, did she have the baby? Yeah, boy. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. How are you feeling? I don't know. He doesn't really look like me. Caroline's voice is gentle but firm. Chris, I've been a nurse for 9 years. That baby was born at 40 weeks, exactly. Conception was mid-December. You were in Texas. This isn't paranoia. This is math. Get the test. Don't sign anything. 2 hours later, hospital clerk comes in. We need to process birth certificate paperwork. Jennifer perks up. Chris, do you have the form I filled out? I want to wait until we're home and settled. Jennifer's smile disappears. Wait for what? The clerk senses tension. I can come back. No, stay. Jennifer looks at me. Right? Just a few days. Chris, they need this now. The clerk interjects quietly. Actually, you have up to 10 days. Can you give us a minute? Jennifer snaps. The clerk leaves. Jennifer's shaking with anger. What is this about? I just want to be sure. Sure about what? Her yelling wakes the baby. A nurse pokes her head in. Jennifer fake smiles. Fine. Sorry. Once we're alone again, her face goes cold. You want a paternity test after I just gave birth. Dr. Rachel was right about you. Ice runs through my veins. What does Dr. Rachel have to do with this? Jennifer realizes her mistake. I mean, she warned me men sometimes get cold feet. You've been talking to my therapist about this? She's been helping me deal with your trust issues. I'm not signing anything until I have a paternity test. Jennifer starts sobbing loudly. You're doing this now? How can you do this to us? I walk out. Behind me, she screams, Fine, get your test, but you're destroying our family. In the parking lot, I call Peter. I didn't sign it, but something's really wrong. Jennifer said Dr. Rachel was right about you, like they've been talking behind my back. Come to my place. Let's figure this out. At Peter's apartment that night, Mike is already there with his laptop open. Okay, Mike says. If your therapist and Jennifer have been coordinating, there might be evidence. Social media, mutual connections, something. He pulls up Dr. Rachel's Facebook profile. It's semi-private, but tagged photos are public. He starts scrolling back through years of photos, then stops. Chris, look at this. Photo from March 2023, almost 2 years ago. Dr. Rachel and Jennifer at brunch together. Caption, Sunday fun day with my girl. BFF day. He keeps scrolling. More photos. Girls' trip to Napa Valley, September 2023. Jennifer's birthday dinner, October 2023. Holiday party, December 2023. They're not acquaintances, they're best friends. She never told you, Peter says quietly. Your therapist is Jennifer's best friend and never disclosed it. I feel sick. I've been paying her $180 per session to gaslight me, for her friend. Mike keeps scrolling through comments on photos. On one from August, before I started therapy, Jennifer's comment, "Love you, girl. Thanks for always having my back." Dr. Rachel's reply, "Always. That's what sisters are for." This whole thing was a setup, Brad says. You were never really her client. You were her friend's problem she was fixing. Peter's already opening his laptop. We need to file a complaint with the licensing board. This is a massive ethics violation. But first, let's get that paternity test done. Then we'll have ammunition. Day 3 after birth. Jennifer texts about Oliver's first pediatrician appointment. I meet her there. After the checkup, I tell the doctor I need a paternity test done. Jennifer explodes. In front of the doctor? You're actually doing this? The doctor steps out. Jennifer's face is red. You know what? Fine. Do it. When it comes back saying you're the father, I want a divorce. I can't be married to someone who trusts me this little. The doctor returns, does cheek swabs on both me and the baby. Results in 3 to 5 business days. Jennifer drives off without a word. While waiting, Mike creates a detailed spreadsheet. 18-year cost of Chris Sign's birth certificate. Child support, $1,180 per month, times 216 months equals $254,880. Birthdays, Christmas, school supplies, medical, $70,400. Total, $325,280. That's what you're potentially saving, Mike says, but only if you didn't sign that certificate. Day 5, I'm at work. 2:47 p.m., email notification, DNA test results available. I excuse myself to the bathroom. Lock the stall, open the email with shaking hands. Combined paternity index, 0. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. Conclusion, Christopher. Last name is excluded as the biological father. 0%. It's not my kid. Jennifer lied for 9 months. I just sit there on the toilet, staring at my phone. Thought I'd feel relief, maybe vindication. Instead, I feel hollow. Like the last 9 months were a movie I've watched happen to someone else. Someone stupid enough to ignore every red flag because he wanted to believe in love. I call Peter from my car. 0%. I'm not the father. Okay, come to my place. We need to talk about next steps. And I found some things about Dr. Rachel you need to see. At Peter's apartment, he's printed out documents. After we found those Facebook photos, I ran a deeper background check. He hands me papers. State Licensing Board complaints against Dr. Rachel Martinez. 3 complaints between 2019 to 2021. Multiple boundary violations. But this is the big one. He hands me civil court records. Case number 2, 019 CV 48291. David Cheng versus Rachel Martinez. I read the summary. Dr. Rachel got pregnant in 2018. Told her husband David it was his. He raised the baby for 8 months. Paternity test revealed 0% match. Real father was her co-worker. David sued for fraud. They settled, divorced in 2019. She did the exact same thing Jennifer's doing to you, Mike says. And now she's helping her friend do it. I call Jennifer. I have the test results. Silence. 0%. I'm not the father. Long pause. Then, that's impossible. The test is wrong. It's a lab-certified test, Jennifer. Then we need another test. Labs make mistakes. I'm bringing this to my lawyer. If you keep lying, this gets worse for you. Wait. Her voice cracks. Okay, let me explain. It was one time I thought it was probably yours from Christmas Eve. I was in Austin during the conception window. You knew that. Long silence. Then, quietly, yes, I knew. Who's the father? Daniel. From my old marketing job, we had something. Last November into December. But he wouldn't answer my calls when I told him. He blocked me. You were there, Chris. You were stable. You had a good job. You'd be a good father. You trapped me. You got pregnant with his kid, then locked me down with marriage and a baby. I didn't trap you. I thought we'd be happy. You lied for 9 months. You conspired with my therapist. Did she know about Daniel? Silence. Did Dr. Rachel know you were lying? She was helping me, as a friend. I hang up. The next day, I go to Dr. Rachel's office for what will be our last session. Phone recording in my jacket pocket. Chris, sit. Jennifer called me. This has gotten out of control. The test proved the baby isn't mine. 0%. Biology doesn't determine fatherhood. You were there for the pregnancy, at the birth. That baby knows your voice. Those bonds matter more than DNA. I was there because I was lied to. You made a commitment when you married her, when she was already pregnant with another man's child. That's fraud. I lean forward. I know about David Cheng. You got pregnant with your co-worker's baby, told your husband it was his. He found out after 8 months, sued you. She goes completely pale. How did you? Public court records. You did exactly what Jennifer did to me, and then you helped her do it to someone else. I pull out my phone, show her the Facebook photos. You and Jennifer, best friends. You never disclosed that. You let me pay you to gaslight me for your friend. Jennifer and I have recordings from our sessions. You threatening me, calling me abusive, saying I'd pay child support anyway. Her hands start shaking. What do you want? I want to know why. Why risk your entire career for this? She's quiet for a long moment. Then her voice breaks. Jennifer knows about David, about what I did. She said if I didn't help her, she'd report me to the licensing board herself. She'd tell them everything. I'd lose my license. There it is. Jennifer was blackmailing her. So you let her use you, and you helped her trap me to save yourself. Dr. Rachel starts crying. I made a mistake years ago. A terrible mistake. I've been trying to build a life, a practice. I couldn't lose everything again. So you decided I should lose everything instead? I'm sorry. You're sorry you got caught. I'm filing a formal complaint, with evidence, recordings, Facebook photos, your court records, everything. Please. My career? Should have thought of that before you weaponized your license. I stand up. We're done. Peter helps me file the complaint with the state board. Audio recordings, Facebook photos proving undisclosed friendship, Dr. Rachel's own court records. Everything documented. Mike suggests posting the story on Reddit. Other guys need to know this can happen. I write it up on r/true off my chest. Full timeline, test results, the recordings, the $325,000 I saved by not signing. The post explodes. Front page, comments flood in. You saved yourself $325,000 and 18 years. You're a legend. Wait. Dr. Rachel M. in City. She did the same thing to me 2 years ago. Told me asking for a test was abuse. I got it anyway. Not my kid. I should have reported her. I signed the birth certificate before testing. Found out later it wasn't mine. Court says I'm still legally the father. I pay $900 a month for a kid that isn't mine. 5 different men share similar stories about Dr. Rachel. One commenter sends me screenshots from a private Facebook group she ran, Secure Your Future Mama. Posts about handling paternity test requests and securing commitment from uncertain partners. I forward everything to the licensing board. Local news picks it up. Therapist under investigation after viral post alleges ethics violations. Dr. Rachel's practice website goes dark within 24 hours. Through mutual friends, I hear Jennifer's struggling, working 2 jobs to afford daycare, applied for state assistance. Her parents are furious. They loved me, thought I was stable. She tried getting Daniel to take a paternity test for child support. He's apparently married, fighting it, his whole life imploding too. 6 weeks after my complaint, Peter gets the licensing board decision. Dr. Rachel violated multiple ethical standards. Dual relationship without disclosure, imposing personal values on client, boundary violations, pattern established through previous complaints. Decision: license suspended immediately, pending full revocation. 5 formal complaints have been filed against her since my story went viral. 5 other men she manipulated. 2 months later, I'm at Whole Foods. Dr. Rachel is in the produce section. She sees me, freezes. I walk over. Dr. Martinez. Chris, Her voice is shaky. I need you to understand, I was trying to help. Help who? Jennifer, who was blackmailing you, or yourself? It wasn't like that. You used your license to manipulate me into raising another man's child because Jennifer had leverage over you. That's not help, that's cowardice. She starts crying. I lost everything. My practice, my license, my career. Good. That's what happens when you weaponize therapy. 5 men filed complaints after my story. How many others didn't come forward? How many signed birth certificates because you convinced them wanting the truth was abuse? She just stands there crying. I walk away. 3 months post-test, it's Christmas. I'm in therapy with a new therapist, actually ethical this time. Processing everything, but healing. Got promoted again at work. $115,000 now. New apartment, Peter, Mike and Brad are closer than ever. Started seeing someone new, taking it slow. 0 contact with Jennifer. She tried texting around Thanksgiving. I blocked her. Dr. Rachel's license was fully revoked. Heard she moved to another state, works as an unlicensed life coach now. I saved $325,280 by not signing that birth certificate. But more than money, I saved my future. If you're reading this and something feels off, trust your gut. Get the test before signing anything. Don't let anyone shame you for wanting the truth. You have a right to know